So we got another, and allegedly the final, trailer for Halloween Ends. Came out earlier in the week. Yep. Let's go ahead and check this one out and see if any of our opinions change on it. Let's go ahead and watch that and talk about it a little bit.
You came here to kill me, so do it.
All right, I'm fucking just done with this. Like,
we've seen the whole movie now.
Yeah,
I think I got it.
They're showing the whole fucking thing. To go. I mean,
you know what this feels like to me, Dan?
Go ahead.
This feels like it's going to be like The Force Awakens, where they basically recreate the original with some nods to some great scenes and some of the other movies along the way, and then they're just going to give it a twist ending.
Yeah,
wow. This is what it feels like to me.
That's a great analogy because in this trailer you got the fucking, Michael fucking stabbing somebody up against the wall and doing the head tilt, famous scene from the original. You got him standing behind Laurie out of focus, and then they even flash back to the scene from the original in case
looking
you forgot
at some of the places she's looked at before where she's seen him before.
And who the fuck wrote this shit? Like, they got Laurie saying stuff like, maybe if I die, he dies too.
Right. What the fuck?
And fucking, you came here to kill me, so do it. First of all,
it's turning into like Battle of the Elderly People or something.
Jamie Lee,
that's what it seems to me.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is a great actor, as we all know. The dialogue in this trailer does not do her any service whatsoever. Like, it goes to show how even the best actors sound fucking stupid when they're saying shitty dialogue. Like, who the fuck wrote this movie? Like,
writing is important.
David Gordon Green and Chris Bernier and fucking my dog. Like, who is writing this shit? That's like a kid thing it's like what kids would say when they're playing in the yard. Like, whatever.
Right. It's so,
it's just so, like it's so bad.
Bare minimum. Yeah. Like,
yeah. Like,
not creative at all. Like, as far
as McBride involved in this as well?
No, he was part of the first one. No, he was part of the first one. He said he was smart enough to be like, nah, fuck this. I don't want no fucking trilogy.
Right.
He's an actual good writer. He's credited. Well, it's credited. He's credited as written by. So I don't know if that means because he's was part of the first one, or if he actually is part of the script of this one. But
he was part of the process of it all, so I'm sure he had to get credited.
Yeah, it's probably that. But he hasn't been in any of the the promotional stuff. Like, he was big in for the 2018 one when they were promoting it. Like, he was doing interviews, and now I haven't heard from him in whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's no secret. The last time we talked about this, when the TV, we were talking about TV spots and leaks and things like that. I had made it pretty clear that I was not very excited for this. If it wasn't for this podcast at this point, I don't even know that I would watch this after watching this trailer. Like, it looks bad.
Yeah.
Not only does it look bad, but like you said, they're showing us the whole fucking movie.
So much, dude.
I mean, it's possible that this is just all condensed into I don't know, 5 minutes of the movie, but it doesn't seem like that. Like I said last time, it seems like they're showing a lot of final act stuff.
That's why I don't like watching some trailers.
No, for sure. I don't either, but I mean, we chose to do this. So, I mean, now we suffer. But they got this dude living in a fucking sewer, like Pennywise. Like, what's he doing down there? He just fucking...
Why is he in the catacombs roaming around?
Chud. He's chudding it out down there.
And why... Is
this our copycat, alleged copycat guy?
Oh yeah, that was him. Corey. Yeah. Corey is the character's name. Rowan Campbell's the actor. If you hear weird shit coming out of a pipe that goes into the sewers, no human being alive is going in there.
Some would.
Who?
White people.
For sure, white people, but even still,
white people.
But even still, it's that's the horror meme, right? Of
it is.
Yeah. Oh, let me go check out that weird noise after 3 of my friends have been murdered. I feel like we're at a point in time where we should be beyond these tropes. Like, we could, there's smarter ways to do that.
More creative shit now. Come
on.
And
I get that part of the reason why some movies do that is because it's such a famous trope at this point, so you can't not do it, and it's done as almost like a joke.
Yeah, you have. I mean, you kind of have to make people be.
I mean, there's some realism to it.
Yeah.
But this seems like a complete plot device. Like if he is a
Yeah.
copycat,
So you're working
see
at a
what you're
pizza
saying.
joint. You take the trash out to the dumpster. You're walking back. You hear a clang in the dumpster while you're walking back.
yeah, I'm sprinting back into the building.
Some people are gonna go check that out. Some people are gonna be like, "Fuck that, I'm out of here."
Who find me a
Yeah.
person who would check that
way.
out? Bear
For one,
Grylls
my
wouldn't
brain
check that
instantly
out.
thinks like, "Oh God, there's a
Yeah.
fucking possum in there with rabies." There's
Exactly.
no way I'm going over there.
I've seen enough horror movies to know that.
Florida man checks it out.
That
Florida man
should-
definitely checks it out.
Right, that's true. That's fair. That doesn't count though. But I don't know. This more specifically about this movie and this trailer, and I don't know what they got cooking up, but it does not look good. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, my man. What was his name? Corey. What'd you say
Corey.
the guy's
Corey
name is?
Cunningham. Yep.
Yeah. He's like harassing Lori.
He's harassing Michael Myers. Michael's like, "Yo, please just leave me the fuck alone."
Just get out, bro. I don't even want you as my student.
He's gonna
Take me
choke.
back to the loony bin, please.
Get away from me.
I'm
I
out
will
here-
not escape this time.
Yeah, I'm out here living in the fucking sewers and shit.
He's just trying to die. Like, oh God.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
here comes
sucks.
this motherfucker.
Yeah, just leave me be, please. But like, there's some other things that like as like a nerdy Halloween fan that I want to bitch about real quick. So,
Mm-mm.
The Mask is iconic, right?
Yeah.
The original one specifically, it's one of the most iconic movie props in history, and it's been degraded and fucking bastardized over the course of Halloween sequels for
Mhm.
various different reasons. There's actually a lot of backstory to some of the different masks and things like that. Not something I'm going to go into here, but
When
Maybe
you
in
get your
another
mask.
video.
When you
Yeah.
get your mask.
surprise.
Ooh, that's a yeah. My bad.
But when they
Spoilers.
yeah. But when they, when they made this 2018 movie, the whole premise was like, oh, well, we want to make it sort of look like the original one. And as I think I've mentioned, I don't know if I've mentioned it on the podcast, but to you guys for sure, I'm part of like I go on this like big Halloween fandom message board where they talk about a lot of this nerdy shit. And a lot of people liked The Mask. And I was like one of the few people at the time who was like, this mask fucking sucks. Like, I'm not shitting on the artist who made it. Like, The Mask looks great as a mask. It just, if you're trying to make it look like the mask from the original, it like really doesn't. It vaguely resembles it with certain like little minor features that no normal person gives a fuck about.
Uh-huh.
And, they give it this weathered and like rotting look because it's been 40 years since the original, and that's cool
Right.
and everything. And then in Halloween Kills, it's gotten a little bit burnt and melted. And this one, I don't know what the fuck is going on. His 3 years in the sewer, I guess, like made it moldy and even more rotted. But this shit looks like the mask from Rob Zombie's Halloween, and that mask was fucking terrible. That shit looked like
Ooh.
a fucking like weird mashup between Frankenstein and Michael Myers. And this looks just like that. I don't know. Slowly but surely, we're starting to lose that initial premise of like, no, this is the true sequel to John Carpenter's original. Is it though? I don't know.
Right. I don't know if. Do you think
If
most
John
people care
Carpenter
about
was
the mask
dead, he'd
as
be
much?
rolling in his grave.
You think people care about the mask that
Do
much?
you, do you think most people care? Like people that go see this movie, do they really care about
General
the authenticity
audiences?
of the mask? Yeah.
General
Yeah,
audiences? No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's like
Real
a very
fans,
small
yes.
portion of the
This is some nerd
Yeah.
shit that
Halloween
Fanatics.
elitists, the Halloween
Fanatics,
purists.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mask supremacist.
I don't even really know what to say anymore about this. Like, just some of the lines of dialogue, that's the thing that stands out the most to me.
Yeah.
Really seem not great. And,
Yeah.
I said this in the last time we talked about this, that, like, it could work. Like, the movie could be good, and maybe the trailers just fucking suck. But, like, generally, like, that dialogue is, like, not good. Especially coming from your main character, Laurie Strode. Like, maybe if I
Definitely,
die, he
like-
dies too. Like,
It's giving you like some like really like low, like a C horror or something. Like this is not like
not even
main,
a B horror, but a C
it's
horror.
it's not like a main horror level of dialogue. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I got this weird feeling that, like, again, we'll never know these things, but it just seems like they kind of like wrote themselves into a corner a little bit. Not really,
Yeah.
like,
Evil dies tonight. Then For real.
Yeah, but
For
then
real this time.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
real this time.
You know, like again, David Gordon Green. I don't have any doubt that he like legitimately wanted to do the things that he said he was doing. Make a fucking proper sequel to the original, keeping John Carpenter stuff. But like again, slowly but surely, those things are starting to like dissipate. They weren't that much in 2018's Halloween. Like, in my opinion, it didn't feel like. And I'm not saying go out there and fucking just recreate what John Carpenter did and Dean Cundy and all these people that were part of that film. Clearly, make it your own. But still, it just there was like too much of a separation. And now that gap has seemed to just widen even further.
Right.
And it just seems to me like, 2018 was very successful as a movie. It made a lot of money. Clearly, Blumhouse was like, yo, what's the popular thing to do nowadays? Give us a fucking trilogy. And David Gordon Green was like, all right. And it's like, I don't know. This feels half-hearted. I feel it sounds stupid to even make this judgment from a trailer, but that's what trailers are for, right? They're supposed to build hype.
Yeah.
And like fill the seats. So like trailers usually show like there's a strategy to doing a trailer. Like cutting a trailer, like there are people who specifically work on cutting trailers.
Right.
And cutting trailers.
And some of them are very, very good.
Mm-hmm. Cutting
but most of them suck.
Cutting trailers is an art form in and of itself. One that comes to mind is the trailer for Black Panther 2. That trailer is fucking phenomenal.
True. Yeah.
And this
I think
one,
the Smile trailer was like.
Yeah, the Smile trailer is another good one.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell button. We're gonna have a Smile trailer video coming out soon. But there's a good way to do a trailer, right? And this, I don't know. It's just there's
not
something
showing
about
the
it.
complete movie is one way to start with making a good trailer.
That's part of it, but yeah, like the point of a trailer is to build hype, and to do that, you generally show your like some of the like the best shit you got. You're trying to fucking let people test the produce a little bit.
Right.
Not only have they showed us like what looks like fucking the whole movie, but also, again, those lines of dialogue. That's if that's your best shit to build hype and fill the seats, then I don't really know. So,
does it actually end then?
Nah.
What do you think?
I mean,
Another
shot.
cliffhanger for the next one?
Go ahead, Cody.
Dusty. I can understand this. I can understand this type of trailer for a story that somebody's not familiar with. Like if you say,
Right.
"Oh, here's a trailer for The Sun Rises Over Mercury Tomorrow," and you're like, "What the fuck is this about?"
Right.
You kind of want a little bit of a story. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But for something like Halloween, you know what it is. Don't tell us the story. Give us a few shots. Make us interested in wanting to come see it. But when you tell the whole story like this,
I mean, personally, the strength of a iconic franchise like this is that everybody knows what Halloween is.
Right.
There's like very few people probably that don't know what Halloween is or don't know who Michael Myers is.
right?
And-
Sure.
So you cut a few like a quick couple scenes that make no sense whatsoever.
Yep.
That might be a little bit scary or thrilling.
Yep.
And then you send it.
And
You don't
even
need the story.
and even people that don't know what the actual movie or the franchise Halloween is or the character of Michael Myers, everybody knows the fucking holiday. That's why the movie was so popular back in the day to begin with. It was like the first
Right.
time that one of the first times that has been done. It's like the name of the movie's a fucking holiday. Everybody knows what fucking Halloween is. There's a horror movie called Halloween. Oh shit.
That's
like-
genius. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. To say I'm not excited for this is like not even saying it. I can't
Right.
fully describe like how little I give a shit about this movie.
I'm
And
totally looking forward to
Dude.
reviewing this movie since we've talked about it so much.
yeah,
The roast is coming.
yeah, this might be our first roast here at Harsh Language.
You think? I mean, do people still think Lori is crazy in this? Like,
No, I
I
think
feel
they
like she would
believe.
be.
Well, she was
would be
never
credible.
crazy.
No, I'm saying people thought she was
Well,
crazy, right? Like,
No, people. She. Well, they didn't think she was crazy. They thought she was. Crazy is not the right word. She
okay,
lived for 40 years with this trauma, and like was almost like a doomsday prepper, but for Michael Myers coming.
oh,
back.
I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah,
people
it's
didn't
that
think she
type
was
of-
crazy. They just thought like,
Yeah.
dude, the guy's never getting out. Like,
Let it
you're,
go.
let
Yeah.
it go type of
Okay.
thing.
Except they decided to transport him on Halloween every year and he kept escaping.
at the height of his power on Halloween. They're just like,
But I
hey,
feel
can
like
we
in
move this guy
movie-
to a low security prison? Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like in this movie it's gonna be the same thing where it's like he starts killing and she's gonna be like, "Oh shit, it's Michael," and people are gonna be like, "Nah, it's not him."
I'll be honest. I have a hunch, and if they do this, it will be unforgivable and very stupid. But I actually have a hunch that this Corey character is gonna start doing the killing. There's some rumors out there that the scene in this trailer where he's killing the DJ is not actually Michael, that it's Corey.
Ooh,
Uh,
okay.
We get the copycat and the OG.
Yeah,
both in the same
but
movie.
so I have a hunch that either it's going to be one of two things. One, Corey. I'll start with the less stupid one. Corey's killing people. Michael's killing people. Who's who? Obviously, Michael's the bigger threat. So
Well, that's going to be the only real
Obviously.
fun scene is we're going to get to see Michael Myers kill Corey.
That's what I
hopefully-
said in our
That's gonna-
last video.
Yeah.
That's my
gonna
theory
be
too.
Hopefully, but the stupider hunch that I have, God, please don't do this,
Mm,
is that Corey's going to be killing people, and Michael is somehow going to be like, "Oh, nah, fuck this. This guy's taking credit for my shit," and that's going to spark him to like come back and do his thing. If they do that, that would be the dumbest fucking shit ever. Because
yeah, it doesn't.
That
it
would
doesn't
put-
even seem
That
like,
old
yeah.
chestnut.
that would put this like level of arrogance into Michael that like is obviously not present in him because
Right.
he's almost an animal.
Yes, he's not a pretentious serial killer that has to worry about other people killing in his name. He doesn't
Yeah.
care about that shit.
No, he's an animal. Right. That's
Yeah.
that's the cool
Yeah.
part about him is that, John Carpenter has said like a force. Some people like he's not paranormal, but he's not human, but
Right.
he's like an animal. That's the best way to
He
describe
has
it.
But,
no
I
reason to
mean,
be slighted by a copycat. No reason
Animals
whatsoever.
are territorial. So
That's not a bad point. That is not a bad point.
know?
And they are
Yeah.
instinctual. So
Right.
that could, that would be a good excuse for him
that's
to go into a
why
sewer.
I think we'll
like
see
he's
him
on my
kill
stomping
him
grounds.
eventually.
Fuck that.
That's actually a
He's
fair
got to go
point.
mark his territory.
Yes, the territory thing, yes.
That's a fair point. Matter of fact, real quick, since we've been shitting on this trailer the whole time, I'll say one good thing. One of the things I did like about the 2018 Halloween and James Jude Courtney's portrayal of Michael Myers, while I don't really like his portrayal, I know most fans do, and I'm not shitting on him, the guy, I just don't really like the way they decided to make Michael move and his mannerisms. But there were some scenes in the 2018 one where that animalistic nature really comes out. And there's this one scene, it's a tracking shot when he's like, it's him basically out in the street during trick-or-treating and the camera's sort of following him. And there's this moment where he looks like a puppy that's like overstimulated by everything around him. Like
Oh,
he's looking around and like real quick,
Right.
he like notices a woman in her house and then goes after her. And that had, because I had thought about this when I first got Ellie, the new puppy we have. I saw the similarity in that, like that twitchiness of like, oh shit, there's a toy. And that's kind of how that seemed to me. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be
Yeah.
good. Probably not. Don't get your hopes up, people. But definitely check back with us because we're going to review the shit out of it. And it's looking like it's going to be a roast, folks. Let us know in the comments what you think about this final trailer, what your theories and thoughts are on the film. And again, if you haven't, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And check out our website, harshlanguage.tv, for more. And we will catch you in the next one.
See ya.
Asta.